Hi guys, welcome back to Gamer Guy, episode 2 of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Hope you had a chance to join us for episode 1, in which we got all set up here. We set up our coal production lines, we got power generation, and we are exporting power and making a little bit of money. We also have some citizens, and we talked about on the last episode that this time we're going to try to fulfill the needs of our citizens, because as you can see, we have some workers that can't even go to work, because they either don't have an education level or there are no kindergarten. 9 workers can't work because there's no kindergarten or place available for them to work. So we're going to go ahead and set up our citizens' needs, and we'll go from there. First things first, we need to set up a kindergarten and a school so that we can get all of our workers out to work and also get our workers educated so they can work in our various factories. Here's our little bus. Look at it. Oh yeah, look at it. It means it's got 24 workers delivering them out there to our coal mine. Let's go ahead and open up the construction menu, and we will go to education related buildings. First thing we're going to build is a kindergarten. Kindergarten is very important. And again, remember what I said, if you weren't with us for episode 1, it's very important to monitor the walk distances for your citizens, because if you put this kindergarten over here and they're not able to walk to it, and it's going to take them hours and hours and hours to take a bus and drop them off and come back, and etc., etc. So you just want to make sure that you're building your residential buildings in blocks so that you can put things very, very close together, so that the walkability is there. I kind of designed this when I first placed this down to kind of have residential buildings all in this area, I think, and then so we want to make sure that our kindergarten is accessible from all of those places, so all of our residential buildings. Actually, I might even expand my residential out towards this way, so I think I'm going to put the schools and the kindergartens kind of right here in the middle by the bus stop. I think that's kind of a good plan. First things first, we need to get rid of this little path here so that we can go ahead and build our kindergarten. Again, we're getting this can't build due to infrastructure. We need to go ahead and flatten the terrain. As we discussed in the last episode, makes things 1,000 times easier to go ahead and flatten. That reminds me, we need to get our construction offices set up ASAP so that we don't have to pay for that. Let's go ahead and expand this road out a little bit. Really weird, I just flattened all that. Let's go ahead and put this on pause while we place this building, just in case we make some boo-boos here. Okay, there we go. I don't know why I don't want to connect right there. Maybe because that crosswalk is there? I need to delete a crosswalk. Oh, shit. Okay, no, that's not. Okay, whatever, not a big deal. Okay. Sorry about that. Again, we're not going to get this to line up perfectly, which is going to drive me absolutely mad. It doesn't even look like it's in the same angle as the bus stop. It's just so, it's like every time you place a building, it's on its own little grid or something. Even if we show the wireframe here, like, I guess this does kind of line up to the wireframe, and if we would have built our road perfectly along that wireframe, then everything would have... Is that how it works? Everything would have lined up correctly if we would have built our road straight along. Oh well, it's too late. It's too late. Let's not worry about that. Let's just go ahead and build this right here. Put our kindergarten right here, nice and close to the bus stop, nice and close to our residential buildings, and the same with our school. I'm gonna put these right next to each other. This is gonna drive me absolutely mad. Look how disgusting this looks. Whatever. Just place that right there. Let's go ahead and let those build, and let's connect our footpaths. Oh, come on, really? 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 A bit infuriating. Sidewalks are very important. You wouldn't think that they are, but... sidewalks are... very important. Okay, there we go. Well, that didn't really work out. Be very careful with the demolish tool. No, I don't want to demolish the building. Okay. Alright, so we got people going to our kindergarten. Plenty of kids there. We got schools going on here. No teachers working. There are no teachers, workers with higher education. Okay, so if we look in here, we're going to have to look. We do have some higher education workers here, but for some reason they're not going to work at the school. So what we're actually going to do is we're actually going to import some workers that have a higher education to work at our school, because we need to get everybody educated. So we're going to go ahead and click on this building, and we have 9 already here. Let's see, do we have any here? We have 6 here. What we're going to do is we're going to relocate these people to this building, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. So now we have 0 here and we have 15 here, and we're going to purchase, actually, we're going to invite 5 additional educated immigrants. Actually, we're going to invite 10, so now we have 25. Still only 2 teachers in the class, so, you know, I told you we were going to go over how to make people kind of work in one place over the other, so we'll go ahead and send these people. You can use this button to add buildings where citizens should go to work, but you have to be very careful about this, because they're only going to work in these places that you tell them, and if you don't assign any, then they'll kind of automatically, citizens deciding where they think is best. Obviously, you know, I don't know why, you know, these educated people should not want to work in the coal mine. They should want to work as teachers. Oh, okay. Well, we got a bit more teachers here now. We have 9 in the classroom, and we have plenty of space available, so we're not going to worry about it right now. I'll go over that a bit later, how this assigning people to certain buildings works. Right now, I like to kind of leave it as allowing the citizens to pick, but there are instances and cases in which you absolutely have to tell them where to work, or you won't get workers in the factories that you need them in. Again, we got a lot of passengers waiting at this bus with nowhere to go, which is a bit weird. I think most of them are looking to get their food, obviously satisfy their food needs, and their shopping needs are 2 big ones. So the next thing that we're going to build over in our residential block here is a shopping center, very important for them to get food and all that good stuff. So again, equipment for citizens, and we're going to build a small shopping center here. This small shopping center allows them to purchase food, clothes, and electronics. The large one allows them the same thing, but it just stores more in there. I don't really understand. We don't have that many residents here, so we're going to build a small one. You could just build a grocery store, but then you also would have to build a small store for clothes and electronics. But, you know, you could just build this grocery store if you only wanted to satisfy food. Right now, I think I want to satisfy, like, as many things as possible with as few buildings as possible, so I'm going to build this small shopping center which has food already in there, has meat, has clothes, has electronics. So we're just going to go ahead and build this one. Now, I'm not quite sure where I should put this one. I was thinking maybe somewhere like here. That's quite far away. Again, we need them to be able to walk. Let's see, will it let me put anything in here? Of course not. Like, the footprint for this building is so huge, like, I don't even know why. Like, what the fuck? You know what? If we got rid of this walkway, which nobody's actually using this walkway because nobody's walking up here. They're being delivered by a bus. So, oh shit! See, why the fuck would that happen? Sorry. Here, let's just get rid of this. It looks awkward anyway. We'll leave that one there. Who cares? What were we doing? Yeah. So we're trying to build a shopping center. Did that do any good? Is it gonna let us build this in here? Yeah, it's kind of like a waste of space. So I'd really like to put it in there. Look at that. It fits right there. It's kind of a weird connection for the street though, don't you think? Like, if I could get it to fit right here, like, it's perfect, but... Oh, it just barely doesn't fit. Just barely doesn't fit. Okay, no big deal. We'll just build it right here. There we go. Let's connect our sidewalks. Just to make it easier for our citizens to get here. Sidewalks can look a bit awkward. You see, look at all the people going in there. Like, they really needed that. This is fantastic. We'll just connect this over here just for shits and giggles. And let's go ahead and build something. Let's build something to remind them that they live in the Soviet Republic of the Red Star and that, you know, we're in charge. And they're not. No, this is... God, this is fucking massive. Look at this thing. It doesn't even fit here. Like, why does it need that much room around the outside? Like, I don't understand. It should be... Oh, look at that. Look at that. I'm sitting here complaining about it, and then I found the spot where... But let's flip it around the footpaths on this side. Watch, I probably won't let me build it this way. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. No. Green. Take the green. There we go. Look at that. You live in the Soviet Republic! Never forget, that was not even a Russian accent. I don't know what the fuck that was. That was like Gandalf or some shit. Yeah, I'm weird. Okay, so... There we go, we got our shopping center. Our residents should be just happy as pie. Not really. I mean, they're happy. Oh, it's going up. It's going up as they're going to their shopping center. They really want... They're addicted to alcohol, I guess, so we gotta figure that out, too. We did put it on easy for our residents' needs, so... You know, not a huge deal. We don't have to satisfy all of these. Let's take a look at if our people are getting educated. We saw 73 people uneducated, which is quite interesting. We're not on pause, right? Yeah, no. That number should be going down because we have plenty of spots in our classroom to educate people. We have plenty of workers, right? Everywhere is like, oh, well, no workers. Is it because it was the middle of the night? I don't even have any workers waiting here. So I think this is going to be a case in which I'm going to have to tell people where to work. In a moment. Let's go ahead and build one more of these residential buildings. I feel like we're going to need a little bit more. We're going to need a few more people over here. Let's go ahead and build this same angle. What the fuck? Look, it doesn't even... It's not even the same angle. Like... God, that drives me bonkers. Like, I'm building the same exact building. Like, why would it not exactly line up to this building? It makes no fucking sense. Whatever. Okay. Don't be anal retentive. Don't be anal retentive. Move on. Move on. I guess I'm not gonna be able to build this here because the street connections are a bit weird. Are you kidding me? You're telling me you need that much empty space? But yet this one is like a centimeter from the road? I don't understand. They're gonna let me put it until way the fuck out here. Is this the same building? Yeah, it is. Like, let me just try something. I'm gonna try to get rid of this road here. And see if it... What the fuck, man? Super weird. Where can I put this? Like, it looks stupid. Oh, right here is okay. How did I build these two like this? They're so close. Sorry. I know this is a bit, like, stupid to watch, but... Watch me have my, like, inner battles with myself. Let's try right here. Let's put that on pause, and I'm not sure if the road's gonna connect right here. Like, I think that's the problem we're gonna have. But let's just pop that right there. Like, yeah, this road, there's no way this is gonna connect. Wait. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! We did it! Look at that. Oh, fuck. I'm holding right mouse button. You're not doing anything. Take the green where you can get it, like I said. Oh, look at that. Like, what the fuck? A second ago it was red, and then you build a little piece, and then... Oh, there we go. Okay. We are in business. We need sidewalks? Go straight over here to the school. This is the fucking... This is a clusterfuck right here. Why are these super annoying with this? Like, what the fuck? You know, whatever, you're not even getting a sidewalk. You can fucking walk down here. I don't care. Alright, so what I was saying is that we are eventually gonna have to tell people where to go to work. Are there anybody loading? Is there anybody? There's no workers here. Now the bus is already gone. Like, Is there anybody even on that thing? 4 workers. We need fucking more than 4 workers up here. Like, we're not making any coal right now. Oh shit. We are losing coal. Okay, so remember I told you how we might have to tell people where to go to work? We're gonna have to tell people where to go to work because they are not making us enough coal. So I'm gonna tell everybody in this building to just go to this bus stop. And now it's gonna send 100% of the people to this that live in this building, which is 100 people right now, to this bus stop to go to work. So we'll see if that fixes our problem, because we send all 100 people here. Now not all of them are gonna go. Not all of them are eligible to work. Most of them have a basic education, which is good. But if we send them up here to the bus station, now we have 41 workers waiting. That's perfect. So now, when our bus comes back, we should be able to pick up plenty of workers and bring them over there. So that's what I was saying. You need to be careful when you tell people where to go, because now these people that live in this building aren't going to be filling any other vacant jobs that are in the area. So you might have to split up where they go and send a certain percentage to the bus stop and a certain percentage to another business. It gets quite complicated. I would suggest, you know, it works out best when you do what I just did, which was I built an entire building that supplied this bus stop with workers. Now, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're all going to be working at my coal mine. If I add another bus line in here that takes people to another area where there are jobs, they can also, you know, they can go to work those jobs as well. But on the bus stops, you can also tell those people where they should go to work. So those are people that are being dropped off at that stop. So if we put another bus stop over here, and then on that bus stop we assign them all to work in the coal mine, then we've accomplished the same thing as we did, as we're doing now, which is dropping them off directly at the coal mine. But we just cut a step out. So let's see what we got going on here. Here's our bus. He's got 32 workers. Thank God, 32 workers. Because we only got 4 right now. That's our current coal mine there. Alright, so now that we got our worker needs kind of set up, we got our kindergarten going, it's working, we got our school working, we're good to go, we're making money, we're exporting power. Now we have to decide, what do we want to do next? I think that we should supply food. I think that that's very important in a civilization, is to kind of have your own food and be self-sufficient. So right now, I mean, we're importing food and we're having to pay for it. You can see that here. 2 things, like in our store, we can see here we're importing food, clothes, electronics, and meats, kind of like on auto purchase for everybody there, and it's costing us quite a bit of money. If we see here, what's costing us the most? Steel, that's for building, but you know, we've already spent this much money on clothes and this much money on food. I guess it's not that much. You know what? Maybe we should just tell them for now, like, we're not going to give you any clothes. We're not gonna sell clothes right now. I don't really give a shit if you're pissed off. Go to work naked. I don't care. It's kind of hot anyway. So let's figure out where we want to do this. We want to build. We want to get our food production chain up and running. Now, we can put this far away. It doesn't have to be really close up here, because we are going to build a train. Yeah, I said a train. How exciting! We're gonna build a train to deliver that food back down here. You know, that doesn't really make sense now that I'm thinking about it. Like I said, you know, I was gonna say deliver it back down here to like our main city, but it's not really our main city. This is like this is just where we're making power. So it's not really our main city. Actually, while we're at it, let's go ahead and let's just rename this little area here. Let's call it Energy Central. Whatever. This is where we're gonna be making all of our energy. And you might say, well, no, that's just where you're making power. Well, step ahead of you. I already know that there's oil somewhere under here in this area, so we're going to be making more than just electricity here. Anyways, let's figure out where we're going to make our crops. So crops take up a lot of room. Like the most efficient ones are the large crop fields, and they're huge, absolutely huge. So we have to have plenty of space. I don't really want to build in this area that we're in right now, because I feel like actually I was wrong. Oh no, this is oil. There is some oil, but it's on the other side of the mountain up here. So I didn't really, whatever. Iron, we're gonna need that eventually, but it's kind of far away too. Like the closest iron's like way the hell up here. But if we built, for example, if we built our crops and our iron production kind of like in the same place, and we could use one train line to kind of ship it back over here. It's really not that far. I would have to build a bridge. I've never done that before, and there's kind of like a lot of mountains in here, which might make it quite difficult. Let's look at the wireframe. Yeah, you see all this red in here. It's gonna be kind of hard, but if we were to set up crops kind of like in this area, using this space in here, it's not really ideal, but we could, you know, build a train line that went right along here, a little mountainous through here, but I'm sure we could do it, back up to here. Seems like a good plan. It's kind of like a fair distance to build a train. It's going to cost us quite a bit of money to lay that much track, but, and what over here? We do have a train track connection over here, so we could even build kind of like a branch off of our main train line for export. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's do that. That sounds good. Let's start building our crop area in here. Now, of course, we're going to have to funnel power. That's the other thing. We're going to have to funnel power all the way in here. And maybe we can put a split switch over here and send it down. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. So the first thing that we're going to need to do, don't forget, we're going to need workers down here as well. Now, you know, I've seen a lot of people that play this game, they try to ship their workers on the train that they're going to build from like up here to down here. It never really works out, honestly. You know, it takes people forever to get down here, and then there's only like 6 workers on the train, and then you have, you know, you need like 100 of them, and then you're not really making things fast enough. So instead of doing all that mess, we are going to, we're just going to build more residential buildings down here in order to supply our workplaces with people. So first things first, we're going to need is an agro farm. So food and crops and related industries. Here's our agro farm. This is very interesting, this building. What the fuck? This building is very interesting because it allows you to build, obviously it allows you to build your farms, but you kind of, you buy a bunch of vehicles for this place, and then the vehicles go out and do the farming on their own. You know, the harvesters and all that, they just go out and do it. You don't really have to interact with it at all, which is kind of nice. So, looking at this again, I don't really know where we should start. They're obviously not right here. It's not very flat. You know what? We talked about building a construction office to make it easier to level, but I think, honestly, I think this is too far away for that to work anyway. Because the construction office has to be relatively close to where you're building. You know, looking at this again, I don't think this is really a good place, honestly, to build my crops. It's not very flat. I think the best place would be somewhere up here. Oh look, got a little last chance to buy that type of car. You know what, fuck it. We're just gonna do it down here. We're gonna do it down here. We're just gonna commit. Turn this off. We're just gonna build it right here. There we go. Let's put this on pause while we figure this out. Okay, so now that we have an agro farm, we need fields. Now the big fields are, you know, they're the most efficient. I would suggest starting. The problem with the big fields is that they take forever to actually grow. So, I mean, it's not like we're in dire need of crop right now because we're just importing it. So, we're gonna go with the medium fields for now. Just cannot get that to line up, huh? God, I always make this mistake. I should have looked at the wireframe before I place that building. Anyways, I'm not gonna worry about it. We're gonna go ahead and just place some medium fields right here, close together as we can. Now, you're gonna need a lot, okay? You're gonna need a lot of crop in this game, but it's gonna get to a point to where your agro farm can't really efficiently service too many fields. So let's put a few big ones in. Look how big this motherfucker is. It's huge. See, this is what I was afraid of. This is not really a flat area. And it's going to take a lot of flattening. I wish I could make this even bigger. And flattening costs money. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Just put this guy right here. Put 2 of them right here. Maybe 2 on the other side. Flatten, flatten, flatten. Costs me quite a bit of money to do this. That's what you get when you build in a hilly terrain. Holy shit, $20,000. I should build a construction thing over here somewhere. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and build a construction office back in my main thing and see if my main city and see if it reaches this far. So construction offices, you know, are gonna be vital to you building things on your own without spending money, which is the ultimate goal, really. Look at that, workshop items. I didn't even know those were available. So a construction yard is a big part of that whole process. You know, until you start making a lot of these items, it doesn't necessarily do you any good to have the construction office, except for the fact that if you get bulldozers and stuff, you can make a leveling terrain free. So that's what we're interested in. Really wanting to connect up with that. I wonder if... I'm just going to put it right here. Probably going to have an issue connecting this road if I had to guess. Oh, look at that. There we go. Bam. Okay, let's let that build. And we will buy a few bulldozers and see if they will reach all the way down there. I doubt it. We'll go over this in a bit. It's a bit intimidating to look at this. There's a lot of options on this. We don't need any of it right at the moment. All we need to do is buy some vehicles. We're going to buy 2 bulldozers, and then we're also going to buy 2 excavators. Excavators level... When you lay out a road and it says hit left mouse button to level, an excavator does that. If you just level the using these tools, a bulldozer does that. But you can see how we have it on auto build using rubles. So right now, when we level this land, it's going to cost us money. But if we uncheck that, now we can level using our bulldozers for free. Where the hell is our other... I'm totally lost. Where the hell is our crop? Oh, here we go. So let's see if we can do this for free now. Oh, so you need a free bulldozer in the depot or construction office. Thought I did. I do. So I think it's too far away. It's too far away for us to take advantage of it. Jesus, we've already spent so much money. That's fine for now. We'll just continue on with our flattening. Although it's costing us an arm and a leg over here. Maybe we should just build a construction office over here. I mean, you actually need a lot of construction offices later in the game, so it's like, why not? Why don't we just... You know, we don't even need a lit road over here. Why don't we just... Actually, I don't want to build that there. Build it a bit closer. Why don't we just... build this here. And then we can build a construction office over here. Should have just built it over here to begin with. But we'll need it over there anyway, so not a big deal. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna need a lot of construction offices eventually when we start building things on our own, with our own resources. So let's go ahead and get that built right over here. And then we'll go ahead and buy, again, 2 bulldozers and 2 excavators. I really wish these places had more vehicle spots, but whatever. Okay, let's continue what we were doing, and now we should be able to do it for free. Now, some people say that if you have more bulldozers, you can level faster. I don't think that's true. Wait, we have to uncheck this box. I'm still spending money. There we go. And I see our little bulldozers come out and do it. Well, you know, now I'm looking at this. This does seem to be taking forever. But does it get faster if I have more? That's the question. Some people say it does. You know, it's possible that they changed the game, and maybe now it does. But people were saying that, you know, from the beginning, and I didn't find any difference in the speed. Yeah, that does. Wow. Okay, I'm the first to admit when I'm wrong. I'm wrong. It does go faster if you have more bulldozers, which, I mean, that makes sense, right? More bulldozers goes faster, but like when I was playing this game before, it didn't seem like it was moving faster. It may just be that right here, we're not able to really level this because it's basically the side of a mountain. There are areas in which you just can't level. It's either moving really slow or this is one of those places. I'm not sure which is which. It could be just that we're just trying to level it way too much. This is a pretty steep hill right here. Whatever. I'm not going to sit here and waste too much of your time doing this. We should make this bigger. Okay, so we're going to have quite an issue kind of like expanding our farm out this way. I'm trying to level as much as I can, but I don't think we're really going to be able to. But we can try. I always forget where to go. There's already so many menus in here. Food and crop related. I was trying to build a big field over here, and it's just not going to work. I don't think we're going to be able to like expand out that direction, but that's okay. We'll expand out this way. Now you want to leave a little bit of a gap between your fields because we're going to have to build roads for our farmers to be able to get out here. Looks like we're going to have an issue over here too. If you leave the wireframe on, you can kind of helps a little bit figure out if you've flattened it enough. Because it kind of turns white when, or it does turn white when that area is level enough for you to build on. So we're getting a lot of white squares here, which is good. It's just gonna take forever. You know, maybe I should cut this here and just go ahead and level this whole section without boring everyone to death. If you do want to see cuts, let me know. Just write a comment in the video below whether or not you'd like me to kind of cut out some of this boring stuff of just sitting here leveling this plot of land so that I can put... God, these farms are huge, actually, now that you know, this kind of puts it into perspective. I'm on the maximum size for this leveling paintbrush, and it's still taking me quite a bit of time to do this, which is just kind of shows you how big. It shows you how big these farms are. And the terrain in this game, I mean, it's all over the place. So you cannot really find that many flat areas. So you're going to be spending a bit of time leveling. Another reason why it's important to kind of get the construction office as soon as you can, so that you can do this for free. We already probably spent hundreds of thousands of dollars leveling before I built the construction office. Maybe I have enough here to build another big one now. Holy crap! No, we don't. That's okay. We're gonna build some more small, more medium. You can even do this right here, like it's really only because this corner. Wow. And sometimes it's just like, there's certain areas that just won't level at all. Like, maybe they will if you sit here and hold it forever, but I get impatient. And you can kind of see the, you know, those long yellow lines. Those show you like how unlevel it is. And you can see them shrinking as time goes on. Which is an interesting kind of mechanics of the game. It's very helpful, actually. And I usually don't play with the wireframe on, but in this case I just need to get this to fit here. Should probably do it like this, because the vehicles are going to be coming, but then I'm going to have a hard time building a road up there, I can already tell. The vehicles are going to be coming from the agro farm. God damn it, this thing is so wonky. It's just not going to line up. The vehicles are going to come from the vehicle depot. This is ridiculous. These are going to look so odd. Look how off this is to everything else. I don't like this at all. I know, you're like, why the hell did you just do that? Well, I'm going to get rid of this one. Let me just go ahead and build some gravel roads. Actually, we don't even need gravel. We can build a mud road. No, let's do gravel. Let's do gravel. To kind of connect all these farms together, because our equipment... Oh, and yeah, look at that. Now that we have the construction office, we can actually lay blueprints without spending any money. So, right now we are... What the fuck? We are laying blueprints that don't cost you any money to do. This is not working though. It's not the blueprint's fault. It's my fault. I don't know what I'm doing, obviously. There we go. Just want to get these all connected up, because blueprints are very important, actually, when you're, like I said, when you're spending your own resources to build things, because you want to kind of lay it all out and see how many resources you have, or how many resources that you're going to need. Built that a little bit too close, I think. No, we're just going to give up on that for now. Just connect all these little farms. Now, growing crops, honestly, it takes forever, okay? You're not going to get any crops anytime soon. Just keep that in mind. You really have to, like, future-proof yourself and make sure you have enough crops to survive. I'm going to see if I can get this a little bit closer. Sorry, again, if you want to see more cuts, and you don't want to see me fiddling with this as much, just let me know. It's really weird. It won't connect to this unless it's a bit further out, but then it looks a bit wonky. There we go. Let's redo this. There we go. Okay, so when you build these, well, we also need a way for them, the vehicles, to get to the farm. We'll connect it on both sides so they can take whatever way is shorter. Actually, we're not going to want to do that for a few different reasons, but I think. So when you're working with blueprints like this, we've laid out all the roads. Now you can either tell it if you want to go ahead and build it using money, or if you want to build it using your own resources. We're not making the, obviously we're not making the required resources that we need for everything right now. So we're just going to tell this to build using ruples. No, I don't want to demolish it. And there they go, they've built. And all these farms are now connected. So the next thing that we need is we need some equipment. So at our agro farm, we're going to go ahead and see how they're trying to sow these fields. They don't have any equipment though. We're going to purchase vehicles using ruples, and we're going to need some tractors. You're going to want to look at the sowing speed. You don't want to buy something that's really slow, because like I said, this takes forever. I'm just going to buy like 3 of these. You're also going to need some harvesters. Notice this is from Germany, but I can buy it in ruples, so it has a higher harvesting speed. I'm going to buy 3 harvesters, and then you also need a truck to unload all the crops from the fields. You want to get one that has a relatively high capacity, and it needs to have a capacity for crops. These covered hold trucks, all of them have crops capacity, I believe, so you don't have to worry about it. But this one, 6 tons of crops, but this one, 8 tons of crops. 5 tons of crops. 4 tons of crops. 7 tons of crops. This one's also very expensive. Oh, look at that. The prices just changed. Look at this one. 9.6 tons of crops. We're gonna get this one. We're gonna get 3 of those. And actually, we're gonna get 1 more of everything. The more of these you have, obviously, the faster it is for them to do work, because while these are sowing these 3 fields, you know, if you have another tractor, then obviously he can go sow another field at the same time. Oh, our building, we totally forgot to give our building power. So look at them out here on the dark, just harvesting away. We need to figure out our power situation. I think what we're going to do is we're going to build a power switch. Not a switch, but a splitter. I don't know if we should do it over here and kind of bring it this way. I'll kind of keep it out of the way. We did it up here, and then we built it through here. It's going to be like right in the middle of everything. Eventually, we're going to want to build train tracks through here, and I don't really want to have to deal with power lines. So we're going to pause this, and we're just going to demolish this little section right here, and we're going to build a splitter. So these are high voltage lines, so go to high voltage, and then we need a high voltage switch. And you'll see this takes an input and then outputs it in 2 different directions. There's also a road connection. We're quite far away from the rest of our city, so even though there's a road connection here, we are not going to connect it to the road. Now again, on some of these buildings that don't require workers, the road connection only serves one purpose, and that's to put out a fire. At this point, you know, building the infrastructure over here will be a lot worse than just having it catch on fire and having to rebuild it at some point. I know it sounds weird, but it's just how it is. Alright, so we're going to lead our cables this way. We got our splitter in. We're going to go across the river here. We're actually going to come up into the mountains a bit, because we aren't going to be building in the mountains, right? Unless we have some mines. So might as well use that space for something. Now, when we get a bit closer over here, we're going to need to put in a power transformer to convert this high power into usable lower voltage power. And this we are going to want to connect to the street, because it's highly likely to catch on fire. Probably the other one too, but I just don't have the patience to lay streets all the way over there at this point. There we go. So we'll connect our high voltage wire to this. We don't necessarily worry about the street right away, but we will. Then we're going to build a substation to power all of our buildings. I think that's kind of like as far away from the agro farm as I can. And actually, we're probably going to build out this direction, I would say. Right, because this is garbage over here. Oh wow, look at that area I flattened. Funny. Well, kind of garbage out this way too. But more so this way. I mean, look at that. That's all. Like, you can't build on any of this over here. I probably didn't pick the best place to build my farms. Anyways, we're just gonna place it like right here. Why not? And then we'll take the medium voltage wires. I like these ones. These look nice. I don't know what the difference is. I guess I can carry more voltage. I don't know. We're just going to use these. Again, you can't come out at a complete 90-degree angle, so just keep that in mind. And we'll connect it to this one. No, that doesn't connect. There we go. So, okay. Let's let this stuff build. And we should have power connection now. Are these actually built? Yeah. Building is without power. Oh, you know what? Did these blueprint? Oh, they did. You have to actually fund the construction. Same with these, I guess. Are they? This is not even building. I need to... Oh, now that I have the construction office, I specifically have to tell things to build using money. I forgot. Well, I wouldn't have had to if I had that auto build turned off. If I didn't have auto build turned off. Right here, auto build using ruples. I'll just go ahead and leave that turned on for now. Oh, there they go. Starting to build. Okay. So what about our switch? Not built, see? Gotta remember that. Which is good when you're, you know, using your own resources. That's what you want to happen, but we're obviously not doing that yet, so anyways. Let's see, do we have power now? No. Why? Oh. Duh! Okay. Now we should have power, which we don't. Oh my god, this is like the bane of my existence. Building is without power. So the power is not even getting to here. Is that connected? Yeah. Why though? This is getting power. Sometimes the game can be a bit finicky. I thought that was kind of like too tight of a turn there, but it let me build it. It let me build it, so just try to reconnect these. See if that helps at all. I mean, there's no reason why. Oh, look at that gap over the water. There's no reason why it should not be. It's really weird. Let's redo this. Could it be because we don't have enough power? No. We have plenty of power. So, I'm not really sure what's wrong. The fuck is going on here? This is a bit weird, huh? Maybe this is the problem? Oh yeah, we figured it out. I don't see any voltage coming through, but it doesn't say it's without power anymore. Oh, there we go. Okay, we fixed it. Sorry, that was my boo-boo. Okay, so we can see they're out here. Look, it's taking them forever. How long have they already been doing this? And they haven't even sowed the medium-sized fields, and this guy's probably going to take him 6 years to plow this big field here. You're going to find out, or we're going to find out really quick, that this is not even enough fields to kind of like supply us with enough food. We're going to need a lot more than this, which is going to take a lot of leveling, which I'll probably do between episodes. When I'm not recording, I'll probably come in here and just level all of this as much as I can so that we can expand out this farm. Which probably wasn't the best place for us to put the farmland. But it's too late now. We've already built it. We've already got our power over here. We're good. So